Breaking story, mandatory evacuations tonight in eastern Arizona as a wildfire near Alpine explodes. People living in that area ordered to go to the Blue Ridge High School in Pine Top, many of them arriving just in the past couple of hours and having to stay overnight. Katie Rammel is live just outside of that shelter tonight to kick off our team coverage. And Katie, tense situation there. Bring us up to speed on just how big this fire is right now.
Well, it's a huge fire, Stephen. A lot of people being moved out of their homes, and that's the big story, the concern over these people who are having to leave as fast as they get word. At about 5 o'clock tonight, Alpine was evacuated, and just within the last hour, Nutrioso was also evacuated. Now, the volunteers here at the shelter are ready to go. They're ready for folks to show up. But this is one of the smokiest fires I have ever seen, as the smoke just sits right there in the Alpine Valley. Now, 250 people live in Alpine, maybe not all of them year-round, and perhaps even more horses than people, but there's a lot of stuff, a lot of people, and a lot of animals to get out in a short amount of time. The latest on the wildfire now, 40,000, 50 acres of forest land, and it's being fanned by whipping winds. There is no containment at this hour, but there are 600 firefighters working to get it under control. Now, the problems don't just happen in our state. They're stemming all the way to New Mexico, in Albuquerque, some 220 miles away. Folks there are telling us it's hard to breathe as more smoke settles in. Now, some 2,000 evacuees are being asked to leave altogether, and Jen Parks joins us now. You were at that evacuee meeting at about 6 o'clock tonight. A lot of people getting some speedy information about what to do.
Yeah, these were anxious folks. As you mentioned, so many of them have their summer homes up here, new cabins, so they were anxious, worried, and then of course came the announcement they were dreading. The official evacuation orders coming down at 8 o'clock tonight, telling everyone they must leave the area.
We've never had a fire come through like this or even anything remotely like it.
For Rex Van Slyke, the orange glow and smoky sky was enough for his family to start packing up.
It's like, is my businesses and my home's going to survive it? And what?
Van Slyke owns Alpine Garage in a nearby lodge. They started getting ready for the fire that is just a few miles from their home.
You know, if it hits the top of that ridge, it could start throwing fireballs down here in the valley.
Right now, I'm just thinking, just pack up my valuables that are important to me.
The family and others head to a community meeting where they get the official orders no residents of Alpine wanted to hear.
And everyone in the Alpine area is required to have left the area by 8 p.m. tonight.
The sheriff says residents must leave so firefighters can focus on saving homes.
Their goal is to protect every single structure that is threatened.
I haven't even moved in. So, yeah, it's heartbreaking.
For Ron and Ginny Brock, it's just too much. They just built a new cabin in Alpine.
We've been coming up here for 40 years. I mean, you know, we love it up here and we hate to see this.
Many say the Wallow fire is too reminiscent of another fire in the not-so-distant past.
Rodeo Sky fire. This is the same.
And again, the deputy chief telling us that this is a mandatory evacuation order. In fact, Katie, the people who choose to stay behind must stay inside their homes. Otherwise, they're going to be charged with trespassing, and they're physically going to be removed from the area. Again, they just want to save the homes out there tonight.
Yeah, I know. It's so tough. And one of the other concerns is that one of the cell phone towers has burnt out over on South Mountain there, and it's giving them some trouble to even be able to communicate to anyone. So that's a major concern as well. Yeah. We just want them to stay safe. Thank you so much.